Blog Talk Radio.
What time is it?
WH Radio.
Welcome back to WH Radio, ladies and gentlemen. You guys skip, and I'm live here with Oscar. What is going on?
Not much, man. We're in October already, man. You know, WWE 2K15 is going to come out, and I might end up creating our special guest on that game.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, today, our special guest, we got Ruby Raze with us. How you doing?
Good. How y'all doing?
Everything's good. Thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, definitely. Ruby, I'm going to just go ahead and start the show off. For those that are not familiar with you, do you want to let them know a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Okay. Well, my name is Raze, but a lot of people know me as Ruby Raze. I am a wrestler out here in Southern California. I have wrestled all over California. I haven't wrestled out of California yet, but I actually have that coming up. I've been wrestling I'm ending out my first year of wrestling right now, but before that, I spent 5 years managing. So, yeah, this is ending out my 6th year. Yeah,
definitely. For those that do not know, you actually train at the Santino Bros dojo. You want to talk to us, tell us how you found out about the school and how'd you get into it?
Yeah, I actually saw the school online. I mean, I think it's really hard to be in Southern California wrestling and not know who the Santino brothers are. And I looked at their website and their training school once upon a time while I was managing, but it wasn't until I sat down and I had a talk with Robbie Phoenix, one of their trainers, about training at Santino Brothers in Bell Gardens. And he relayed the message to me, and this is very important, that when you go train at Santino Brothers, they don't treat you like a girl. They treat you like a wrestler. As soon as you enter those doors and enter in that ring, you're just seen as equal to everybody else there, and they're going to put you through the same drills. They're going to be just as hard on you. And that's really what drew me in. So I started training there June of 2013, and they're essentially they're my home. They're my heart. They're one of the driving forces that keeps me in wrestling, that basically keeps my head straight. And Joey and Sylvia, the two that run the dojo, are amazing. It's completely amazing.
Yeah, definitely. So is, going to all the shows I hear in SoCal. When I get a chance, I tell you, there's a lot of talent that come out of that dojo. Eli Everfly. Basically, I can keep going and going because I see a lot of stars come out of that training facility. Oscar, did you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I want to ask her because we're kind of still on like her origins. You can say like her beginnings, but. The first question I want to ask her that before you got into the business, I'm pretty sure you were a fan yourself. Who did you look up to before you got into business? And I want to say, let me guess, one of them will be the Ultimate Warrior because I seen you dress as the Ultimate Warrior at one point.
Right. Yeah, the Ultimate Warrior. That was actually my first show back after being sidelined for quite a few months because of my spleen. But yeah, the Ultimate Warrior was really cool, really fun to to do at the 80s throwback show for Santino Brothers. But if I think about when I was a kid, I remember the Ultimate Warrior. I remember, Hogan. I remember Andre. All the big people. All the literally physically big too. When I was a wee little Raze, actually the WWE was still going around and doing like those small house shows. And they did one over here in my hometown, and I do vaguely, very, very little remember seeing the show because my brother and me and we all went to that. But it wasn't until I started watching Glow and watching the women wrestle, and that's when I actually started getting really excited about wrestling.
Yeah. It sounds like you started watching it at the same time I started watching it. I started watching the whole Hogan Andre Giant thing and the whole Glow thing. I remember them. I saw a commercial of Glow, and back then I was a kid. I was like, do I want to see girls wrestle? Until I got older, when the Attitude Era comes along, then when I saw like Trish and Lita, and yeah, then I could say, oh yeah, they can kick ass. Fuck that shit.
And there was actually wrestlers that came out of Glow that went on to the WWE, like Tina Ferrari.
Yeah. Ivory, yeah, she's one of them. Yeah. Yeah, but I hope you understand. Back in those days, I was like, what, 8, 9? I was like, I was one of those dudes, like, a girl can't do this, a girl can't do that, But,
pretty much. That makes sense, though. I mean, you're young. You were probably looking at the wrestling and, wanting to imitate it. You wanted to see things that you could do. You wanted the male role models to look up to. So when Glow came along, it was exactly the same thing, but for females.
Yeah, for females. Yeah, I remember those Glow things. All right. I'm going to pass it back to you, man.
Yeah. Since we're talking about role models, is there any female role models that you looked up to when you were young?
Female role models and
like you know what, in general, and also in like the WWE or whatnot.
Female role models were definitely like, honestly, Hollywood from Glow, Vine, the Heavy Metal Sisters, Big Bad Voodoo Mama, but from the WWE, I loved Sherry Martel. Like, I completely loved her. There was also, it's going to sound really weird, Roddy Piper was actually a role model of mine when I was younger, too, because his character was just so outlandish and so in your face. And even though it's not a female, he was still like a wrestling role model of mine.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Roddy Piper, definitely one of my favorites. If you go back and watch all his old stuff, he was probably one of the best that can shoot a promo. But yeah, those are some good ones that you looked up to. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Before I ask my question, before I ask my question, I just want to say Sherry was she was scary. I'll tell you that. That's why I tell people. Look at her stuff in the '80s. I mean, she used to kick ass in that ring. Just don't look at her as she was in the side of the Macho Man or the $1 Million Man. Just look at her stuff before that. She'll fucking probably rip my teeth off.
Yeah. She was actually one of the big role models when I was managing too. Like watching her stuff and seeing how she always pushed the envelope, especially for being a female manager back in those days. There weren't a whole lot of female managers, and to take things like take the mirror to the head, while she was managing, that those things just kind of shock you and blow you away. Like, oh wow, and this, back in the '80s. So, yeah.
Yeah, those are good days. All right. Yeah. My next question I want to ask you. I see on the 10th of this month there's a Santino show, which I attend a few of them. They're pretty cool though. I mean, I enjoy them, and I took this guy one show. He enjoyed it. So hopefully he can come down to another show in the future. But I see in the 10th you're going to take on Seville Alvarez, which me and Skits were talking about him on Tuesday. I'm sorry. About when we saw him at IWL this past weekend. You know, this guy's a Puerto Rican dude, come down and talk shit all the time. He's a big, huge shit talker, pretty much.
Yeah.
I want to know, give us your thoughts of your opponent for that show, Seville Alvarez.
Well, my thoughts on Seville Alvarez. One of the things I'm not sure a lot of people remember is when Seville was wrestling maybe 2 years ago, he used to dress like a half Michael Jackson, half dancer, half I'm not quite sure with the glasses. Basically, he was a very outlandish character.
Yeah.
And he had, obviously he had the mad skills, and his character was just like completely out there. So I think it's been interesting seeing his transition over the last 2 or 3 years. I'm not exactly sure the timeline, but he's a lot more serious of a competitor nowadays. And granted, he's still running his mouth when he goes to the ring, and God, everybody hates him, and I'm sure there's just reason for it too. He has that hate me face, and he definitely gets the crowd to hate him. So it's going to be really interesting getting in the ring with him, because for the longest time as a manager, I was the hate me person. I had like some really bad runs with fans sometimes. So not being on that end and getting to face someone who is on that type of person is going to be probably pretty interesting.
Yeah. I've seen you in the past messing around with children, and it was kind of funny. I've seen that. Yeah, and about Seville. Now I got the idea where he got the Thrill, his middle name, the Thrill, because you said Michael Jackson, that got me thinking Thriller,
Yeah, he used to come out with the one white jeweled glove, and yeah.
Oh God. Man, that's our last. But I'm gonna be looking forward to your match with him at Santino's. All I gotta say is watch your back, because the last couple times I've seen him, he's been attacking his opponents from behind. So watch that.
That, and I've seen online that he's been using powder to try to blind them at the end. So no.
Yeah, he does that too.
He did that to Leo Blaze at the IWL show. I was kind of pissed off at that one.
Yeah, I'm not happy. If I get stuff in my eyes, I'm very upset.
Question, just watch your back there. Now, go ahead, good.
Question, Ruby, is this your first time facing a male inside the ring besides, you doing the training?
Is this, you asking, is this my first time?
Yeah, like facing a male, like on a one-on-one match.
No, this isn't. My very first singles match was actually before I went into training at Santino Brothers, and it was against Chris Evans. It was my very first one-on-one match. He was a multiple ex-champion. It was at IWL, and he had been champion there several times, and he was still an active Marine at the time when we had our first match. We had our match, and I took an ass whipping. I broke my finger within the first 3 minutes of the match, but it was I really enjoyed that match. And since then, one-on-one, I've had matches against Biagio Crescenzo, Mr. Charming, also just last week against Ali Hussein. So.
Okay. Yeah, because now, there's basically males versus females is definitely very popular nowadays, especially me and Oscar, we go to a lot of PWG shows, and we see Candace face all these males, and I don't know how she could take the pain from those guys. And you got girls like Kimberly going against guys like JT Dunn and stuff, and yeah, it's it says a lot for the era that we live in now, and for wrestling in general right now, that females are facing males. But at the same time, you also have
the promotions that will not, under any circumstances, do a match that's male or female. And you also have the wrestlers who will not wrestle a female. And I mean, I can't go around and tell everybody, this is my thoughts. I want to do it, so you should do it too. But I think it shows a lot. It shows a lot for the way we've progressed as a society in whole.
I actually, like seeing, the girls face the guys, because some of these girls are better than the guys. Just saying.
It's true. It's true. And I've seen some of Candace's recent stuff at PWG, and man, she's gotten really good. So yes, I would agree with that statement. Some females are better than the guys.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead, after.
Yeah, I want to ask her. Just recently, you just won a trophy. It was in honor of, I believe, it was for Luna Vachon, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. It was.
It was like you won was it a battle royal that you won it from?
No, it was actually, it was at Vendetta Pro Wrestling. It is the Luna Vachon Lunacy Cup, where originally it started off as a battle royal 4 years ago, and it's progressed. Now this year it was a Rumble-style gauntlet match. So
it was a gauntlet match, okay.
Yeah,
right.
And it started off with, who was it? I think it started off with Kikyo Nakamura and Aaron Jordan, and by the end, all of us were in there, just went one by one. So, yeah.
Yeah, so last year we had Hudson Envy on here, and she mentioned about that about a year ago, and then all of a sudden, right after we had her on, she actually won the cup last year, and now after that all of a sudden she became the AWS Women's Champ, and she's been going all over the place, even outside California. Are you hoping that you will follow the same success that Hudson did?
I am hoping. I mean, I've seen good stuff happen to people that have won this cup, and I'm very honored to have earned it myself. As far as, what am I hoping to come from it? I don't hope. I mean, not that I don't hope. I hope something comes from it. That would be nice, but I will never plan on something coming from it. And as far into the future as I would like to look, I would love to wrestle in Japan. I would love to wrestle in Germany, in Mexico. I think for at least right now at this station of my career that it's pretty imperative that I don't look too far down the line, because you never know. Tomorrow I could injure myself. So I'm just trying to stay. I'm just trying to be me and be focused around, the next coming month, or even the next week, the next show.
Yeah, you just gave me something in my head right now. I actually thinking about one of these days go down to Mexico and check out a show there. I could understand Spanish, so it's all good. And yeah, it's true. And I could get in the border. It's gonna be hard for me to get on the border, but oh well. But hey, it's true. I'm Hispanic, so it's all good. And I'd like to check. I know I'm a funny guy. I'd like to check out a show in Mexico one of these days. You could come with me if you want. I could translate anything you need, food, all that. I could translate everything for you, Skid. So we gotta go to down Mexico one of these days, man.
Yeah, you guys. It's from the times I've been in Mexico, it's pretty fun, and I have a passport, so I know I'm making it back. I don't know about any of y'all, but I'm coming back.
I'm coming back too. I hope Skid, hope you have a passport, man. But yeah, hey Skid, you there? All right. Well, I guess Skid is having issues right now, so I guess I will continue on. Let's see. So
Hello?
I want to go back to Skid. You there?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you were just quiet for a minute, hey.
Oh, no.
He was using the restroom. No, you were using the restroom.
Oh, shit. But yeah, I want to go into my next question, which is, hold on, it kind of left my head. All right, here it is. Yeah, Ruby, So this past week you made it to the top 10 on the Indy Power Rankings, which I was pretty proud about because I've been trying to push to get a lot of SoCal guys on that top 10, and you made it 2 times in a row, right?
This is my second time. I was on 1 week, then not the next, and then the week after. So 1 week yes, 1 week no, 1 week yes.
Yeah. Honestly, for like some reason, even though there's like, you know, some guys that's basically running that, but I feel like that's a big deal. That top 10. Can you tell me your feelings on making that list with all those big names?
I thought that was so cool. I thought it was cool the first time that it happened, and, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of people who are like, that's just a list by some people and somewhere, and they're grumble, 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 who cares, grumble, grumble. But, you know, I'm just, like I said, I'm so young in the business, wrestling-wise, that things like this are really cool to me. You know, it's an honor. And having, like, I originally debuted at number 5, and last week I was at number 9 between Steve Carino and Tim Donn. I'm like, oh, yeah, like, I'm really going to complain about that, dude. These are amazing guys. I don't even know what I'm doing here, but, hey, thanks.
Yeah. Like, I'm kind of upset because Tyler Bateman didn't make it, and, you know, he went 3-0 that last week.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
You did really
I'm definitely hoping. Yeah, I'm like definitely hoping to get more like guys out here in SoCal on that list because those names can like get familiar with like different fans, so like different fans can start watching these SoCal guys. You know, I can. You got Tyler Bateman, Eli Everfly, Famous B. The list goes on. Like all these names, like these guys are good, and I think we need to be recognized. You know.
Yeah, last week I actually saw was probably there was a lot of guys from SoCal on it last week. I know Tyler was on it, Hudson was on it. I think Famous B was on it. I know that. Peter Avalon was on it. Yeah, there was a pretty much a grip of SoCal people on it last time, and I'm not sure exactly. I don't know if you just tweeted them to get the recognition to get on the list, but yeah, I think SoCal represent.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And you know, it's funny, you mentioned Hudson Envy. I saw a tweet that somebody was like, man, Hudson should have been higher, blah, 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 and all this shit. So I was like, whoa, you know, it was like more than just one tweet that Hudson should have been higher. So this is kind of important. So, and I now realize how more important it is. So it's like, holy shit. So, so it's a good thing you made it on that top list, or one of the top in that list. So, congrats, I could say.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, anyways, my next question I want to ask you, I want to go back to that Santino show on the 10th. I see that this is going to be Willie Mack's final appearance in this show. And, I just want to ask you, what's your thoughts of Willie Mack, and how do you get to know him, and what kind of person is he? And, yeah.
Okay. Well, I think you said that it was his last show, but it's not his last show. It's his last show at the Santino Brothers dojo. So yeah. As far as you're asking, how do I know Willie?
Well, pretty much your thoughts of him, pretty much.
I think Willie's awesome. I always thought Willie was awesome. I remember when I met him back in like 2006 or so, 2007, something like that, in New York. We were working for Epic War, and he was always just like a really, really chill guy, just really cool. And I remember back then, I don't think he was too far into the business, and I remember he was still learning a lot, and LTP was helping him to learn more about the business, and and he's a goofy guy, and he's funny, and he is an amazing athlete, like, period. There's no, he's an amazing athlete, but he's just amazing. The things that he does in the rings and the way he moves, and it's nothing short of incredible. So I'm really, really stoked that good things are happening for him.
Yeah, great things. He deserves it. He's a great talent. I've seen him like so many times already. I even forgot how much time I've seen him. But yeah, he's a really cool dude. I actually gave him a ride home a couple of times. Him and she's gonna kill me by bringing up her name, Ophi. Sorry about that. Yeah, she's always like, "Why is that bringing up?" She always does that shit.
Shout out
to Ophi.
Yeah, shout out to Ophi. She's cool.
Ophi. Wait. Yeah. We're doing shout outs. If we're doing shout outs to Ophi, I need a shout out to Ophi. Ophi, I miss you at training. Come back to me. Okay.
Yeah. Then she's gonna be like, "Why are you talking about me?" Yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna pass it back to Skid. Go on, man.
Yeah. I actually was listening to your interview with the
What?
Hey, your mic's going down, dude. Good.
Let me call back.
Okay, you alright, dude?
Yeah, I'm good. Just my phone acting stupid. I don't know why.
Damn, iPhone 6. I told you not to get the iPhone 6 right away, buddy. I told you. Well, okay. Go ahead. Okay, I guess Kids is having problems right now.
Well, yeah, you heard his feelings about the iPhone, so I'm sure he's somewhere sulking and writing on a iPhone message board. So way to go, guy.
Yeah, he's watching the Angel game. He's enjoying it. Yeah. Just let our listeners know we're over here in Southern California. Both Angels and Dodgers are playing great baseball right now. So you say baseball is getting excited over here in Los Angeles area. But anyways, my next question I'm going to ask you, because you kind of throw me off there. I was going to say, I've been asking a lot of wrestlers this lately since that WWE game is coming out. I asked Peter Avalon this at IWL the other day, and I'm going to ask you this on the air, but have you ever tried to, download yourself or create yourself in a video game?
No, don't ask me questions about video games. I don't play video games. And, well, okay, no, I lie. That's a lie. I do play video games, but I'm not like the last time I played a video game was 3 months ago, and I was in the middle of Alice, the Madness Returns, and I still haven't finished it yet, and it's been 3 months. I don't play video games that often.
Yeah, because the other day I asked Peter Avalon, he was mentioning about the wrestling video games he plays, and then he's like, you know what, I get tired of creating myself. Now I just download myself because people have been creating me, so I'm just going to download myself. Screw that. It does take, look, it does take a long time when you create a wrestler. You have to get the body right, all this stuff, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, it takes forever. So I'm like, this is what I do. I type either PWG or AWS, whatever, a list pops up, and there you go. I'm just downloading. Hell, they might even have Bart in the game, so I just download Bart.
Wow. Fucking Oscar.
You're back, kid? Is your phone okay?
Hey, it's nothing about my phone. It's the area where I'm at. I have a shitty fucking connection in the area where I'm at, so.
I live down the street from you. Come on.
Hey. That doesn't
I live
mean
in
shit.
LA too, buddy. All right, go ahead, kid, man.
Nah, I was saying
go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying I had I listened to your interview the other day with the Indy Wrestling Talk. I learned some stuff about you. Besides you being a wrestler, you're into horror movies. Did you want to talk to us a little bit about that?
No, let's talk about romantic comedies. Have you guys seen 13 Going on 30?
I actually seen it.
Everybody hates me now. Everybody in Southern California.
Yeah. I've seen that movie in a date before. I know you're talking about.
I was kidding. We could talk about horror movies. It's cool. What do you guys?
Hey, a lot of people call me the master of horror because I know a lot about horror films, and I like to hear what you got to say. So, yeah.
Oh, all right. So then, let's get Scream with this. What's your favorite scary movie?
You mean, what's your favorite scary movie?
Except for my voice can't get that deep, but yeah.
My favorite scary movie, man, Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, when Freddy Krueger, before he was a comedian, he was a serious, he was very serious. That's what I like. And just a note, people who looked at my Facebook, I am serious. I'm going to try to make my mom become Mrs. Voorhees for Halloween. I'm going to try to make her to do that. So, right?
That would be awesome.
I'm going to try that. So it would be cool if I had my mom become Mrs. Voorhees. She comes out with a machete and, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to try to do. And, yeah.
You got to post pictures of that. If you get that happening, you got to post pictures.
I will. I will try my best. All you got to do is wear a blue sweater.
Well, I, too, am a Nightmare on Elm Street fan, a huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan. I've taken at least 2 out-of-state wrestlers to go see the Nightmare on Elm Street house right there in Hollywood. Yeah, have the box set. I really like number 1. I liked Dream Warriors, and Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, the cheesiest, corniest of them all, is also one of my favorites.
Yeah, you know what? Even though a lot of people didn't like the new Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake, I actually liked it because to me it shows me more who Freddy Krueger is, and he's just not just more of a comedic. He's not more comedic. He could be serious as well. And I kind of like the whole thing about how he used to like. I don't want not to sound sick or anything, but how he used to like mess around with children. That's how
I know. That's
how
a child molester.
Yeah,
he was completely a child molester. There's no way around it. If you, I don't know if you ever used to watch Freddy's Nightmares. I love that series. I have almost
the series. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I have a lot of them, but the very first episode in Freddy's Nightmares is essentially the backstory before Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1. It gives the backstory, and it shows all the creepiness and all the very uncomfortableness of the child molesty factors into it. It gets pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And also, there's one more favorite I gotta mention. Texas Chainsaw. That's always my favorite. I like watching every film from Texas Chainsaw. That's the most brutal one I like to watch out of all of them. I like how Leatherface come off the chainsaw and everything. So, Texas Chainsaw all the way. And I'm jealous that Kenneth LeRae has a shirt and I don't.
All right, okay. Probably, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm the hugest fan of Texas Chainsaw, but what did you think of House of a Thousand Corpses?
Oh, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Rob Zombie is actually when I thought Rob Zombie was gonna direct that, I was like, Rob Zombie's a crazy motherfucker. He's gonna freaking make some crazy ass shit. So I enjoyed every minute. I liked the first one better than the Devil Reject, and I actually went to their maze in Hollywood, Universal Halloween Horror Nights 3D. That shit was crazy. Dr. Satan's all over your face. I'll tell you that right now. I was actually yelling Dr. Satan and all that in that maze. So I enjoy those mazes. I don't get scared. They'll try to scare me, but I'm like, yeah, buddy. So kids, you gotta go to those mazes, man. Just don't be scared.
I actually plan on going to Universal Studios soon for the little that's only I don't have to work because my schedule's retarded right now. So
and the Dodgers are in the playoffs, so I understand that.
It's funny. I actually ran into Ruby Raze at the Dodger game, and I looked at her. I'm like, is that Raze? I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, no, I do. I was, and I remember looking. I'm like, I know this guy. Oh well, I'm just gonna keep hanging around.
That's sweet. But I hope you work in the whole month of October because I want the Dodgers to win a World Series. Damn it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure we all can agree on that.
Yes.
Yay, sports balls.
Another question I got for you, Raze. Is there any shows you got coming up that you want to talk about? That you got coming besides the one coming at Santino's on the 10th of October?
Yes. October 25th. I'm going to tell you that you need to go to AWS for that show because it's going to be me and Sage teaming up against Candice LeRae, and a mystery partner. So, and I will have, if all works out well, I'm going to have some special merchandise that it's going to be limited edition on sale that any horror fan should definitely buy.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of merchandise, I actually have your button on my backpack.
Yay!
Your pen.
I gave it to you.
Your pen. Yeah, you did. I actually wear. I'm actually starting to, put pens on my backpack that happen to do with wrestlers. Like I have a Chris Hero one. I have ours. I have the SoCal Uncensored, and I have yours. And I'm gonna try to put the Young Bucks theirs on too. So yeah, definitely you out here.
Yeah, you're part of the collection. Yeah, you're part of a collection, and I'm going to an AWS show because I actually won tickets from that raffle. So yeah.
Oh, you did.
There. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully Skits is going to be in my other sites. I won 2 tickets, so hopefully Skits can make it. It's depending how the Dodgers do. So
I'm gonna apologize now. If the Dodgers are still in the playoffs there, then Raze, I'm going to be there at the playoffs. So, but I hope you do well in that match.
Well, thank you. I can't blame you for doing, going to the Dodger game and not seeing us and not supporting Indy Wrestling for the night. Hold on, I'm gonna.
Hey, what's the last kind of thing over here? Like you can ask Oscar. Like my like 2 favorite things in the world is professional wrestling and the Dodgers. That is it.
Yeah, it's true. You know what? You're gonna be so jealous. He has a picture with Tommy Lasorda when he was a little kid, and I'm actually jealous of that.
Damn.
Yeah.
I might just post that on Facebook so you can see.
That's crazy.
And for everybody that's listening, if you want to see a picture of me when I was a little kid, go on our Instagram. You can see me with a picture with the Big Boss Man when I was 5 years old, so you can check that out.
I don't know if you're going to throw that one out there.
I have to do that.
All right. Raze, did you want to throw issues or anything?
What? You're doing it again.
You sound like Stone Cold now.
Are you serious?
No, you just totally broke up, like that whole thing. I know. Don't blame your iPhone 6, but
I'm not blaming the 6. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, now we can.
I hear you, bro.
It's definitely not the phone because I was on this phone earlier in a whole different area. And
all right. Okay. Let me know when your phone starts working again. Hold on. Before we let you go, I want to ask you something. All right. If there's any talent out there that you haven't worked with that's either in the WWE, TNA, or anywhere else in the independent scene, who would you like to work with and why?
Oh, geez, you might as well put a kid in a candy store and ask, choose a candy.
All right.
Okay, just choose one?
Or you could give me a list.
Okay, well,
go ahead.
Okay, well, the top of my list, Tajiri, Kana, Hiroyo Matsumoto.
Okay, whoa.
Who else?
I didn't expect those names, to be honest with you. I thought you were going to say, like, Natalia.
No. Johnny Saint, Mike Quackenbush. Is he still wrestling? I don't think so, right?
Actually, no, I don't think so, no.
Well, I'll bring back Mike Quackenbush. I'd love to wrestle him. There's, like, most of my huge influences and the people that I really love are a lot of the Joshi girls.
Yeah.
The Japanese wrestlers.
Oh, all right. That's
I also
cool.
want to take on, like, but I also want to wrestle, like, BC Killer. I want to wrestle Tito Escondido. I want to, there's a lot of people here in Southern California I'd love to wrestle, too.
All right. Actually, that BC Killer, I actually could see that happening, So, just get ready to get some weapons out, because I've seen this guy so many times already.
Yeah. I mean, I wrestled against him in a tag match, and, man, let me tell you,
wasn't that Santino's AWS show, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, me and Skits were there. So, yeah, I remember that. I forgot who he teamed up with. I remember he teamed up with Ali Parker. So, yeah,
yep.
we were there. Yeah. Skits, are you back? Okay.
No, he's not.
Yeah, okay, I guess Skits is not with us. People, that's what I do. I wait for the iPhone when it comes out like 3 months later, because I won't have problems with it. That's how I roll. That's how I do it. Yeah.
Smart man.
Same thing with like video game consoles. I don't buy the Xbox One until it starts going cheaper and cheaper, because I don't want to wait $500 yet.
Yeah. Hey man, I don't blame you.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna get the WWE game early, so when it comes out. And that got me another question. So if I do create you, who do you want me to destroy? There's Cameron, there's Summer Rae, AJ Lee. Is there any name you want me to destroy?
To destroy? Yeah, let's go with AJ.
AJ Lee?
Yeah.
AJ Lee?
Yeah.
All right. And I will make sure I give her like 5 power bombs. Or you want to do a little bit more than that?
5 is a good number. That sounds good.
All right. So I like AJ Lee. I don't want her to get too, I don't want her to start too much, but yeah. But anyway, all right. But anyways, hold on. Let me see one more time. Skip, are you there? All righty then. Skits is still having issues. I guess we'll let you go right now, and I'll just move on with the show for right now.
I'm right here. I'm here. I'm
okay,
down.
there you go now.
It's just that I'm trying to download Skype, so it'll be way much better.
All right. So, is there anything you want to say there before we let you go?
I was going to say, Ruby, I apologize for all this technical difficulties. I'm kind of pissed off myself, because, yeah. But
don't worry, man. It's okay. We all know the issues with iPhone 6, so it's all good.
Don't believe the hype.
Before I get out of here, I'll throw out my social media for everybody listening. On just about any social media, you can find me under the name Razor Pops. That's RAZERPOPS. Also, you could visit my online store, which is for those pins that you have on your backpack and stuff, and I got 8x10s on there. So that's razorpops.bigcartel.com. So yeah, come see us at AWS and at Santino Brothers.
I'm there already. I'm already there. I got tickets already.
Yay! Yay!
We'll definitely spread the word. So if you see us tag you on Twitter, that means we're helping get the word out. So, but we want to thank you for for being on the show, and we'll see you soon.
For sure. Thank you guys for having me. Have a good one.
All right,
you
take
too.
care.
Bye.
Bye. Skitch, you went out again.
Can you hear me?
You're staticky, but I can hear you now, bro.
You know what? I'll be right back. I'm going to be on Skype. It'll be much better. And
all right, just go on commercial break, dude.
Four Corners Radio is the home for the best professional wrestling and independent wrestling. Discussions and coverage. Billy, Ant, Martin, and Sam bring you three of the best podcasts every week. The Four Corners Raw Roundtable, the Indie Project, and the Saturday Freestyle. Along with the podcast, FourCornersWrestling.com is designed with all wrestling fans in mind. Feature articles, videos, the weekly shows, and much more. Four Corners and WrestlingHeads are teaming up to bring you wrestling's next revolution. Are you ready?
Yeah, welcome back to Wrestling Heads Radio. I see Skit still having issues, so I'm going to talk to myself, I guess. And, anybody who wants to join the conversation, you can hit us up, or you can tweet us at Wrestling Heads, or you always can call us at 760-454-1107. And, you could always come and talk to me. But, hopefully Skitz is on. He can hear me. He can talk. Well, I'm not talking to myself. But anyways, I'm going to say something here for a second. I see that Global Force Wrestling is bringing New Japan on pay-per-view in January. And I think Skitz can listen to what I'm saying, but I have a little question about this, I can question myself about this. Is this really helping Global Force Wrestling? Because I see this more helping New Japan Pro Wrestling more than Global Force, because I feel like this pay-per-view, they're going to use nothing but New Japan talent in this pay-per-view. So how is that helping Global Force Wrestling? I have no idea. So, So, because, look, if I feel like this is a Global Force pay-per-view, or a Global Force or New Japan pay-per-view, you can say. Hey, you there, Skitz? Okay, I thought that was Skitz right there. But, to me, if it's a Global Force pay-per-view, I would say, like, they're bringing different talent that we don't see in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And if he brings that talent to the pay-per-view, then I can see it is a Global Force New Japan pay-per-view. But it's just, to me, it feels like it's a New Japan pay-per-view. And hold on, Skitz, are you there?
This ain't Skitz.
Oh, Tom?
Yeah, what's going on?
Skitz is having issues, so
I don't have those Skitz iPhone problems. I got the Android. It's working perfecly. So.
All right. So I don't know if you hear what I was saying, Tom, but Jeff,
I was listening about Global Force in New Japan.
Yeah, but look, let me ask you something. Is this helping Global Force, or is it helping New Japan? Because right now I see it's more helping New Japan than Global Force.
Well, I think it's helping both, but I would say it's helping New Japan more right now, because what do we know about Global Force? All we know about Global Force so far is that they're partnered with New Japan. We don't know anything else going on with them. We don't know, what their roster's looking like. They don't know if they're going to be on TV. We don't know anything about them. So right now it's helping New Japan. I think if Global Force, starts announcing more, information about their company, then it would give the people a better idea of what they're going to do. But right now it's just helping New Japan, expand their American audience. first with Ring of Honor earlier this year, now with Global Force. I mean, New Japan's, breaking out to new people who have never heard of them in the States here. So I don't see how this is benefiting Global Force.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you 100%. Like, they're going to get buys because of the New Japan talent that's going to be in this pay-per-view. But, I mean, who can New Japan bring in? Can they bring in a guy like a Chris Sabin possibly? I cannot count AJ Styles because AJ Styles is part of New Japan. So either way, AJ Styles could be involved with this pay-per-view. Which is this is Wrestle Kingdom pretty much because this is January. So basically, they're putting in Wrestle Kingdom in pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, we talked about that last week, and it's a little bit away. It's a couple months away, so I think we'll be getting more of the details of exactly what's going to be happening. But like I said last week, I fear that with Global Force, they're just going to be promoting a lot of more of the American stuff that's going to be on Wrestle Kingdom than a lot of the other stuff. Maybe that's just my fear. I think it would make the situation a lot clearer if Global Force would start announcing what they're going to do with the company. Because like I said, we don't have any idea what's going on with the company except for this information with New Japan, and that's it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. And we'll see what happens. I'm sure we can see talent like Hiroshi Tanahashi, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ishii, AJ Styles, pretty much the whole Bullet Club. I don't think Bullet Club's breaking up anytime soon. But, yeah, we're going to see this, and there's going to be some exciting shit going on. And, Skid, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. I want to hear what's your thoughts of this whole New Japan Global Force pay-per-view.
Well, I kind of shared my thoughts on Tuesday. I'm just sitting back and I'm waiting to see what they got planned for the pay-per-view. I'm happy to see New Japan. They'll be on pay-per-view, and we'll see how it turns out. See if I'm going to get used to the English, because I was really starting to get used to the Japanese language.
And to me, any language is whatever. I mean, if you want to watch some Lucha Libre in Spanish, go for it, man. It's not just about the language, it's the sound in the ring.
Definitely.
Yeah, and hopefully maybe when Lucha Underground comes on TV, you can check it out, and then maybe you get into like more Lucha Libre wrestling and on those Spanish channels, so you can start watching all that stuff too, because Lucha Underground is coming out this month in the 29th. So I hope you guys can check it out. Same with you, Tom. I hope you got that network, El Rey Network, so you can check it out yourself, so you can watch John Morrison wave his hair.
I don't know if my cable provider has that. I'll definitely see if they do. But if not, I'm sure it'll be online somewhere. There's a lot of hype going around it.
You can watch Ricochet. I mean, Prince Pumba. I showed
who's Ricochet?
On his Facebook. Huh?
Nothing. I was joking when I said who. He's still Ricochet. I don't care if he has a mask on, Prince Puma, or Ricochet at the end of the day.
When I went to the tapings, they did chant it all night long. He danced to it, so I want to know if they're going to show it on TV. So, hopefully they do. So, but I heard this weekend. I think I said this on Tuesday that John Morrison tweeted that it's going to be a triple threat ladder match this weekend. So I'm actually planning to go. So check that out. Because Ricochet and John Morrison had a good match in the first taping, and I enjoyed it. So, and I'll try to ignore Ezekiel Jackson in that match.
Something I wanted to throw out here that must be talked about. Brock Lesnar not being booked for any show into 2015.
Wow.
Let me start off with your thoughts, Tom.
that's kind of surprising because, you know, there were reports coming out that WWE had, you know, given Brock Lesnar more money to do more dates. So I thought, you know, maybe it would be okay if he missed Hell in a Cell, but, you know, if he misses Survivor Series and TLC, you know, that's kind of a big blow. You know, you can't go too long without having your champion defend the title against somebody, and you want to have him on, you know, a couple of shows. It's good what they're doing. You know, he's not on every Raw. So, you know, his appearances that he makes are special, which is what they should be doing, but you can't go too long without...
He's not giving no Raw appearances. That's the whole deal. No Raw, no pay-per-views. I mean, one thing I was talking to somebody earlier and they threw out, it was like, this could be good because now, like, the talent, like, guys like Seth Rollins, Ambrose, and somebody has to be pushed if Brock Lesnar's not going to come back and he's a champ. I mean, maybe you never know, we might get we always talk about this. I don't know if we're dreaming or not now. Cesaro push. Somebody has to get pushed also in the mid-card because what's going to happen after the Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose feud?
Yeah, it's definitely weird. I don't know, you know, I trust certain websites, you know, certain dirt sheets on, you know, different reports and information. So, honestly, I'm not going to say I don't believe it, but unless, you know, WWE doesn't want Brock Lesnar on, like I said, 3 straight pay-per-views, that's a big blow, especially, you know, what they're doing with the network. I would imagine that they would want Brock Lesnar on a couple of more pay-per-views for the rest of 2014. So I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. You know, we'll see. Maybe there's going to be a huge tournament to get a shot at Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, you know, fantasy booking or whatever.
You know what? That's possible. I mean, he's not going to be there till next year. And also, what I was thinking about, I know we're only in October, but imagine the folks who are going to be in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be possible.
Like, I have a question for like both of you guys. Real quick, I just wanted to ask, like, if you guys had to pick 6 guys in the chamber, who would they be?
It's over so early. So okay, for the title, I'll say okay, put Brock Lesnar in there.
For some reason, I don't think Lesnar's going to be in that match. Well,
all right,
he has to be in it. He kind of has to be in that match, like, because that's what they've been doing lately, and there's only one belt now, so he kind of has to be in it.
One chamber match. It'll be one chamber match. So I'll still add Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. If these 2 guys come back, I'll say Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan and John Cena.
No Orton?
Yeah, I would agree with some of those. I'd put in, if they're going to go for the title, obviously Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, John Cena. But I would also put in Randy Orton because it's WWE and they're going to put him in anyway. But I would also think that they're maybe going to put in Sheamus or Cesaro. I don't know if Roman Reigns will be 100% by then, so I don't know if they would want to put him in the chamber. And I still think Daniel Bryan's going to win the Royal Rumble, so I don't see why he would be in that match.
Yeah, it's funny.
Right.
It's funny that you mentioned that too, because I actually had a conversation with some guys earlier, and they don't think Daniel Bryan's going to win the Royal Rumble. I don't know what kind of dope they're smoking on, but that Royal Rumble.
I mean, it could happen that he doesn't win the Rumble. You know, it could happen, but I can't think of any alternatives to see who would win the Rumble, especially with Roman Reigns going down. Roman Reigns getting injured is a big blow, and they're probably, he could have been booked to win the Rumble, but then with him being injured, they have to rebook it somehow. So I still think Daniel Bryan's going to win it. Maybe it's just me hoping that they do better from last year's or this year's Royal Rumble debacle.
Yeah, I hope WWE sees this. Look, this past Monday in Raw, we saw Brie Bella did up the crowd do the yes chant. That was a big pop there, the yes thing. When Daniel Bryan comes back, he's going to get a huge pop. So they have to question themselves. Well, it's obviously who's going to get the louder pop, whoever comes back, Daniel Bryan or Roman Reigns. I'm pretty sure Daniel Bryan's going to get that louder pop. Those yes chants ain't going anywhere. And with Brie Bella doing that just shows you it's not going anywhere. So WWE common sense, you got to have Daniel Bryan win the Rumble and have him take on Brock Lesnar.
I think they would both get a pretty big pop. Who's louder? I think it depends when they return. It all depends on what town they're in. If they're in a more, I would say adult crowd, if they're at a pay-per-view or something, I think Daniel Bryan gets the louder response. But if they're at like a Raw where it's in like a random town or something where it isn't much adults on there, I would say Roman Reigns.
I'm sorry, Tom, to cut you off, but let's just be honest. Daniel Bryan's going to get more of a pop than Roman Reigns.
Yeah. I would think for the most part, but like I said, it also depends on the town, because there were certain towns where Roman Reigns would get huge pops, and then there were certain towns where Roman Reigns wouldn't get a big pop at all. So it depends on where, whatever pay-per-view or whatever Raw they're doing. So it all depends. But obviously, I think more people would rather see Daniel Bryan win the Rumble than Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Well,
that's obvious.
If Roman Reigns, look, I'm planning to go to WrestleMania, so even if they win with Roman Reigns, I actually will not be disappointed. I'll be like, all right, cool, But if they choose Daniel Bryan, I'd actually be more happy. So it's not like they're gonna have Batista come out and win the Rumble and WrestleMania. Then I'll be pissed off.
Oh my God. Hopefully they learn their lesson the first time.
Yeah. But like I said, Roman Reigns, I'm cool with it. It's not going to make me not go to WrestleMania, but Daniel Bryan, hell yeah. It'll probably make my money's worth right there.
Yeah. Another thing that happened in WWE World, they released Eugene. He was actually a trainer down at NXT. I would say another budget cut.
Who gives a fuck about you?
Maybe. So it could be a budget cut. It could be just maybe they're going to bring in another trainer to replace him. I don't know. It's definitely disappointing, especially when you hear stories about how much talent Nick Dinsmore had, and then he got stuck with a gimmick that was pretty bad, but at the same time, it's pretty memorable because a lot of people remember Eugene. So, but at the same time, people said he had so much potential, and, he could have been doing something better. So it's a little disappointing now that he's not even with the company anymore in any part.
Well, yeah. Well, there's one thing I just like to say, that in this last decade, he probably got been released at least 3 times. So I wouldn't be surprised if they bring him back down the road. So who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what they should do is just get rid of Mr. Bill DeMott, because from the stories I've heard about that guy, I don't like him being down there.
Yeah. All right.
So you're not the only one I've heard that from. It's a lot of folks that don't like Bill DeMott, but who knows what's going down there at NXT. He's liked by a couple guys that we actually watch on a regular basis, and that's guys like Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, but who knows? There are some guys out there that dislike them.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor's got a couple shows coming up, and like I've said before, I praise Ring of Honor plenty of times here on the show. But they do have their annual, basically All-Stars, or excuse me, like when they have like the champions versus the guys who are going to go against them.
Yep, champions versus All-Stars happening this weekend.
Yeah, champion versus All-Stars. So basically their match that they have booked right now, you got Jay Briscoe, Jay Lethal, you got Red Dragon going against ACH, Mark Briscoe, and Roderick Strong. Should be a pretty good match. You got a lot of great talent in that match, and it's going to be interesting to see if the Briscoes actually go at it again. And we all remember they faced each other at the first Ring of Honor show.
Yeah, and they also faced each other when Jay Briscoe was champion at Best in the World 2013. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how that match goes down. Who kind of looks like the shining star. Who knows? Maybe ACH picks up a victory. Well, we'll see. It definitely sounds like a cool matchup, and. Also, Ring of Honor released a video today on their YouTube page. They had a promo with Mark Briscoe, ACH, and Roderick Strong. And it just further justifies how great Mark Briscoe is on the mic. He's talking with ACH and Roderick Strong.
Let's go ahead and play that promo. It's kind of funny. It's pretty hilarious to me. I thought it was funny. For those that have not heard it, take a listen here. WH Radio, we got the promo on deck.
Shut up! Seriously, dude, shut up. All you do is run your mouth. You want people to respect you, but you won't just shut up. It's time to grow up, dude, seriously. This is a huge opportunity for all of us. It's also an important opportunity for me. I am Mr. ROH. It's time for me to prove that I'm the best at what I do. There's nobody like me in professional wrestling. You're trying to tell me, Ronnie, that you're the only person that has something to prove. I told you that was to me. Let me tell you what Drew Martini calls me a crackhead in the middle of race. Everyone's on the same table. Now, I don't know you, and I don't know you. What are you talking about, Mark? You've known me for over 10 years. Irregardless, listen, the match is not about you. The match is not about you. I tell you what the match is about. It's a race frame on ridiculous. And damn it, it's only one hell of a match. The match is about the fans. We're going to give y'all a hell of a match. You want the man selfish? We got my big hand brother Jay. Jay Lethal in the ring and dragon. Where's our other partner? You don't know who our other partner is? Because you shouldn't be surprised that he's not here. Who is it? Adam Cole.
Basically, that probably what I'm gonna tell you like this. That promo was hilarious, especially when he said, "I don't know you, and I don't know you," and Roderick Strong says, "You know me for 10 years already." Mark
Mark's just like, irregardless. Mark Briscoe is just too hilarious.
What's your thoughts on the promo?
You said my name, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's kind of funny there. Right now, the Ring of Honor to me right now, I know you've been praising it a lot, but I don't know. It's just that I've been a little upset since Jay Briscoe won the title again. I'm like, so I'm not saying I don't give a shit about Ring of Honor or anything like that right now. It's just that, you know, I'm trying to, you know, not hate him right now. So
I mean, like I said on Tuesday, I mean, we got Matt Taven now a part of the almost at the decade. We got Matt Taven a part of the Kingdom now. And we were talking like maybe Mike Bennett and, you know, Matt Taven would, you know, go on to be like a tag team, and Cole would probably focus on the title, you know. And I don't think they'll put him in this All-Star match if they wouldn't have him probably focusing on the title. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because right now I kind of rather have Cole. Yeah, because right now I'd rather have Cole with the title than Jay Briscoe. So see what happens, man.
I would rather have Jay Briscoe as champion right now more than Elgin. So
yeah, true.
I think Jay Briscoe right now, what they're doing with him, I think it's this is just my opinion. I think it's great. Like I said, he has that 2-year streak of not being pinned. You know, his first run that he got wasn't the best because of, you know, some stuff, you know, some personal stuff, and then they had the injury storyline. So I think this was kind of a way just to kind of make his first run seem a little bit, you know, better, to kind of give him another chance. I like Jay Briscoe as champ. You know, he's not the greatest in the ring. You know, I don't think he's as good as Michael Elgin, but his work on the mic is, you know, top notch in Ring of Honor. Plus, he could. I think he's better in the ring than Adam Cole in certain aspects. So
I'm going to say that for another day because I disagree.
I mean, you can disagree. I think, you know, Adam Cole puts on good matches. I'm not going to deny that. He's a great wrestler. But a lot of Adam Cole's stuff is very repetitive. It's kind of the WWE style where you kind of know what's going to happen. That's just how I feel. You know, his match with Elgin at Best in the World definitely changed that a little bit. It was one of his best matches that he's had. But other than that, none of Adam Cole's, you know, one-on-one matches have really stood out to me and said, wow, you know, this guy's great.
Adam Cole versus Zack Sabre Jr. is odd to say, bro. That's odd to say. Adam Cole versus Zack Sabre Jr. Watch that match.
Yeah, I mean, Bull is shipping now, so. But I was just strictly talking Ring of Honor. You know, I wasn't talking like PWG. I was just strictly talking Ring of Honor.
I mean, I was just saying Adam Cole. I thought you were talking Adam Cole.
I was just strictly talking Adam Cole Ring of Honor matches. I mean, he can go in PWG. I think he's allowed a lot more freedom in PWG than in Ring of Honor. So, but regardless, Adam Cole, baby, is one of the best. And tonight, actually, he was hosting Michael Bennett's bachelor party.
Yeah. They actually have a show. I don't know when the day they're actually taping that show, the Michael Bennett bachelor party show. I don't know if you've seen the cover. You know, it's like supposed to be Maria's ass, and like you see all the wrestlers looking at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Adam Cole announced some matches today on Ring of Honor's YouTube channel. The main event is going to be Jay Briscoe taking on Rhino.
Rhino
Rhino
makes his ROH return, huh?
Yep, Rhino's coming back to Ring of Honor to face Jay Briscoe. I don't know if it's full-time or a one-gig thing. But Jay Briscoe versus Rhino. ACH versus Cedric Alexander. Red Dragon taking on Truth Martini and Jay Lethal. So that should be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, people, this match out back at Champions versus All Stars, you got Christopher Daniels in singles action going against Cedric Alexander. That should be a pretty good match up there.
Yeah.
And also you got Jimmy Jacobs going against Cass. So the Addiction basically going to be in solo action.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be good. You know, give them a break from, you know, because all they've been doing in Ring of Honor is tag team action. So good to get them back into some singles wrestling. So I like the matchups.
What's your thoughts on those guys going doing some singles matches, Oscar?
That's great. You know, like what Tom said, he's only been doing tag matches, and maybe you can see a little bit of run-ins too. I remember they had to save somebody from getting attacked. I think it was Kevin Steen's last match in Ring of Honor when they came out and, you know, tried to help out. So it's good to see them in singles action, see what they could do. And, you know, I just hopefully Chris Van can shut up the haters, because some people are hating that he's old and all this shit. So I think he can still go. I mean, you know, I know the guy's old, but I can still think he could go. So same with Kazarian too. He can still go as well. So yeah, That's TNA's loss there.
Ring of Honor also has another show coming up October 25th. Basically, it's a Reloaded tour. You got, so far, these are the guys that are on the card. There's no matches. I think one match is only booked so far. You got AJ Styles, Jay Briscoe. You got Roderick Strong. Did I say Roderick Strong twice? And you have Matt Sydal. They're all on that card so far, and I believe there is one match that is. The man is finally getting his chance for that title, and that's ACH. He'll be going against Jay Lethal. I'm not sure if it's for the title, but they'll be facing each other.
Yeah, some good quality matchups coming up.
Actually, it will be for the title.
Oh, good. That makes it a little bit more important, so good that the title's on the line.
So we'll see if ACH can get it. It is a TV taping, so I think they should which I think they should hold that title off of ACH into Final Battle.
You sure? You know, all that supposedly backstage heat what they have on them. You know,
well, he wouldn't be getting booked like this if this backstage heat. You know, he's getting booked in big matches. So,
all right.
Yeah, I think, you know, an ACH Jay Lethal Final Battle match would be good. They should definitely add a stipulation to that, since we didn't get to see the no time limit match between them because of ACH's flight problems. So, you know, a good stipulation rematch would definitely add to Final Battle. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, somehow they got to have, like, Truth Martini, you know, interrupt matches with some interferences to keep the storyline going, I think. You know how they did with Matt Taven?
Yeah.
Speaking of Ring of Honor talk, Michael Elgin tweeted the other day he is not cleared to wrestle in the U.S. As of yet. So, what's your guys' thoughts on that one?
Okay, I don't understand that. If he's back in the United States, why he can't wrestle in the United States?
He's not back. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but how is he booked for AAW if he's not cleared to wrestle?
This is what he tweeted. If you go down his timeline, he tweeted that.
Okay, I don't know. That's weird that, you know, AAW would announce that Michael Elgin's, you know, coming back October 17th, And then, Michael Logan says he's not cleared yet. So
I don't know why he's bullshitting with the fans, but he did tweet that.
See, that kind of got me confused. Like, okay, is he back in the United States or what? But even if he is back, why he can't wrestle? It's not like Del Rio's situation. Del Rio's contract, he says that he can't wrestle in the United States if he gets released. But this is something
I'm hoping
else.
he was pulling a rib on the fans because I just saw a tweet. He said, "I'm not back as of yet."
Don't be hoping to be at PWG.
Honestly, I'm not looking forward to seeing him in PWG. But since we're on the PWG subject, PWG star Brian Cage will be joining WH Radio October 14th. Put that on your books, people.
What?
Brian Cage will be on here.
For the third time?
B. Cage will be here. We'll talk to him about his match with Uha Nation. We'll talk to him.
Shit.
We'll talk to him about his time working with TNA and a lot more. So be sure to tune in.
Oh shit, Brian Cage! You surprised me there, man.
The fucking machine is invading WrestlingHeads Radio.
It's crazy because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why Oscar's going apeshit right now because I didn't tell him about who I booked for that day. I just tweeted like I have an announcement to make on our next guest. So B. Cage, Brian Cage will be on here. Our boy Bruce will probably fuck around and call off work and be on the show that day.
Yeah, that's freaking crazy. I thought when you tweeted that you're gonna say, "Oh, okay, Moose."
Oh,
but
everybody knows about Moose. That's been announced a while back.
Yeah, all right. But I guess
hopefully I'm not working. If I am, I'm gonna show my bosses a picture of Brian Cage. I'm gonna be like, "Do you want that man to discus lariat you?" I don't think so.
Yeah, definitely.
And October 7th, ladies and gentlemen, the big man Moose will be here on WH Radio. Be sure to listen in on that one. So we got a couple guests coming in here on WH Radio. Should be fun October.
Yes, you just never know who could be on, You just never know. So just like stay tuned. We could get anybody. Hopefully, we can just get anybody. Cause I know Tom wants us to get R.D. Evans, if that's even possible. You never know.
I'm going to let you guys know right now. That will not happen because R.D. Evans does not do podcasts. So.
Okay. You never know.
I mean,
you never know.
Well, he was on Art of Wrestling with Cole Cabana.
That's different.
Cole Cabana.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay with R.D. Evans. He's too busy with his streak going on. He's over 150 wins, no losses. So I understand. He's busy. So.
Yeah. Word of mouth. Yeah, he doesn't like doing podcasts. So. But yeah. What else you guys got?
Well, I mean, you guys, because you saw it live, as I mentioned before, PWG Bola is now shipping. I'm excited. I haven't been this excited to get some DVDs, to get some wrestling DVDs in a while. So I'm looking forward to all 3 nights.
Did you get all 3 nights?
It looks incredible.
Did you get all 3 nights?
I only got one night.
Well, I'm talking to Tom, though.
I had to get all 3 nights because, I wasn't there live, so of course I'm going to get all 3 nights.
So, it's funny, on Tuesday, we were talking about, how Monster Mafia could be in PWG by DDT4, and we were, saying, hey, if Matt comes to DDT4, they're going to come to DDT4. It'd be funny to follow them, So, I hope you come down here for DDT4 because Southern Styling is definitely a huge event. You'll see the Young Bucks. You see hopefully you see the Monster Mafia. Hopefully you see the return of the Super Smash Bros.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I'm probably going to Final Battle in December, so hopefully I'll see Monster Mafia then.
Oh yeah. hope you can see a Monster Mafia Red Dragon match on that show. I mean, even though they had a great match.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Because they had a great match in one of those TV tapings. So, yeah. You know what? We're talking about Monster Mafia. What's up with this whole thing that Ethan Page tweeted that rest in peace, Ethan Gabriel Owen?
Basically, he's saying that they're not with Ring of Honor no more.
Oh.
Is that what you're saying?
I mean, if you put two and two together, that's what it sounds like.
I was thinking that, or he was getting the name change.
Who knows?
Because there's no way he's going to go to Ethan Page unless they get rid of Adam Page. I mean, that's kind of dumb because I know
I was just thinking, maybe they're changing Ethan Gabriel Owens to something else,
Because I don't know if you guys know, they weren't like signed to Ring of Honor. They were just doing some work with them. So
yeah, they're doing work with them.
Yeah, but I would think when you're doing just some work with Ring of Honor and you're getting a lot of responses from fans praising them, that Ring of Honor would bring them back.
Did you see Josh Alexander's reply, though, on that?
No.
He said, yeah, I didn't like that guy. He was a yes man.
Oh. Okay, I saw that one. Okay, I saw that one.
So.
But, yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, you know what? I saw a flyer in the show in Canada that Ricochet is defending the Freedom Gate Championship against Josh Alexander.
Yeah, he is. He is. It's crazy because I was talking to Matt about that because Matt, the Weekly Wrestling Podcast, they sponsor that promotion, which is, in case you didn't know, is Ethan Page's promotion.
Yeah, I saw
that. And it's crazy because that card is it's pretty stacked. They got folks like our girl who we want to be free, Miss Silesia.
Yes, and thank you people to watch that video on YouTube. It's getting a lot of views.
She's gonna be in a ladder match at the Alpha One show. She's actually, and keep this up. This is not your regular type of ladder match. This ladder match is for her dog.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure if you guys watched the.
So wait,
video.
if it's for her dog, are they gonna suspend the dog above the ring?
I'm not sure how it's gonna work out. All I know is that the chick Jasmine stole her dog, so they're basically fighting for the rights for the dog. And plus, I believe you got Brent Banks. He's actually on that card, and I know Matt's praised him big time, a lot. So yeah.
Yeah. I just want to say about Silesia that the people that don't want her in the USA gotta be a bunch of fags. Who doesn't want that hot piece of ass over here in the United States? Come on.
Oh wow, he said that. You've been shooting the shit lately, bro. You've been shooting the shit lately on the show.
Yeah. So come on now, who the fuck would not let her in the United States? I mean, come on, no brainer. So
yeah.
Speaking of indie promotions, this weekend, FWE, they will have 2-night shows. You got the Bad Influence going against the Young Bucks once again.
The Addiction.
Bad Influence. It's what it says on the card.
Well, yeah, it says they probably made the poster before they changed their name. So
I'm so used to calling them the Bad Influence, so I'm gonna stick to calling them the Bad Influence for now until I get used to.
I'm already used to the Addiction. I'm used to Hideo, Tommy. I'm used to Finn Balor, so it's not that hard.
Hey, it is what it is. Like I said, Bad Influence versus the Young Bucks. You got Tommy Dreamer and Eva Lise going against Joey Ryan and Candice LeRae. You got.
I hope Tommy fucks up Joey Ryan. By the way. Home run, motherfucker! Hold on. Sorry, Angel fans, but home run, Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City taking the lead in the 11th inning.
Yes.
Anyway, I want to see Candice give a nice hurricane run to Tommy Dreamer. So.
You know what, Tom? I miss your old Twitter name, Tommy, not Dreamer.
Yeah, that was when I was just like, I don't know what to make my Twitter name. And I saw Tommy Dreamer tweet something, so I was like, whatever.
You got Drew Galloway.
Keep going.
You got Drew Galloway going against Carlito. You got Johnny Gargano versus Chuck Taylor. These two, it's funny because these two actually face each other at Bola. And also they're about to tag up at the next PWG show. It's going to be a big...
No, keep going.
On night 2, it's going to be a big 4-way TLC match. You got Maria. She's actually the champ over there. That's pretty crazy.
Yep.
Maria's going against Eva Lise. I have a feeling Eva Lise is going to take that title. Drew Galloway going against Tommy Dreamer. Sanjay Dutt going against Chris Sabin. Colt Cabana going against Johnny Gargano. There's a lot of others that's on the card, too. We got some TNA folks on there. Eric Young is on the card. Robbie E.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robbie E. and Eric Young are going to be on night 1. And night 1 is going to be free on YouTube. So check that out. Night 2 is going to be on iPay-per-view. So definitely check out night 1. Free iPay-per-view, can't go wrong. But then also support night 2 because they got some good matches going there.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm sure you guys will be watching it free on YouTube. Tom's gonna be like, burr, 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 burr.
Of course. I wish DJ Z was on that show. I would love to just see, during somebody's match, you just hear DJ Z Ion do the air horn.
Yeah, he'd be
Too
like,
funny.
bro,
Eva
Lise was checking me out, bro.
Bro, Eva Lise was definitely checking me out.
Well, I'll probably check her out on this weekend, Lucha Underground, if she's going to be there. So, actually, you know what? I think she is, because she's actually here in town right now. Because I saw her on Instagram, so she was in the Universal Studios, so I'm sure she's going to do some...
Joey Ryan's upset right now.
What is he upset? What are you so upset right now?
He just tweeted, disgusting.
Yep, because, Angels lost that lead now.
Yeah. You know how big an Angel fan he is, so, yeah.
But anyway, moving on, just a quick thing. I actually, for the first time in a while, got to watch Impact last night. Got a new TNA Knockouts champion in Havoc. She completely dominated and destroyed Gail Kim. I mean, this is kind of like the way that they brought in Awesome Kong, just had a dominating fashion. So, big congrats to the new TNA Knockouts champion, Havoc.
Yeah, she's killing it out there in TNA right now. So I wish this continue on. I mean, I like it when how they brought her in, and all of a sudden right now, I mean, right away she made her feud with Gail Kim. Let's see if this continues or who could be next in line. I was hoping ODB, but they released her, I believe. So, so
probably Taryn Terrell is going to be there. Madison Rayne, probably one of the beautiful people, if not both.
All right, we'll see what happens. You know what's funny? I was actually tweeting with Sue Young about that, and she was watching the show. She was actually watching it. So shout out to Sue Young, by the way. Yeah, she's happy that her friend is the Knockouts champion, and hope she continues on. Maybe she'll be the best Knockout champ ever. So, and you know what's funny? People said a few months that people thought that TNA was going to die. No way. I think they're going to WGN Network, which is based out of Chicago. It's where Superstars used to be in. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully hope they can stick around and get their shit in, you know?
Yeah, you know, I've been a fan of Jessica Havoc for not as long as, you know, some other indie fans. I discovered her a little later, but you can't deny her talent. You know, girl's got a ton of talent. She has such a different look than everybody else.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Skits was a fan of Havoc. If I'm not mistaken, I thought, yeah. So she's killing it in TNA right now. So,
yeah, you know, if only WWE would take their women's wrestlers as serious as TNA.
Yeah, definitely. And
I think they're doing some of them, not all of them.
Yeah, but I mean, when you have Brie Bella versus Nikki Bella as your main diva storyline overshadowing the championship, and then you look on TNA and then you see Havoc completely destroying Gail Kim, I mean, which are you going to be more inclined to watch? You're going to want to watch Havoc beat the shit out of people.
I definitely understand what you're saying.
Yeah, and don't forget, and you know, there's actually a Diva feud going on between AJ and Paige. I'm actually joining that in the Bella ones, which I said a few months ago that it was going to be stupid, and look what happens. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. And hopefully someone in WWE listens to this podcast, because, you know, sometimes I could tell you it's going to be stupid, and they do it anyways, and it becomes stupid. So, yeah, just end this stupid Nikki and Brie. Fuck it. Even if you put them in a Hell in a Cell match, fuck it. Just to end this damn thing, you know? So,
yeah, we were talking on Monday with Matt from the Weekly Wrestling Podcast, and I said, you know what, if they do a Hell in a Cell match between Nikki and Brie, I want one of them to go off that cell Mick Foley style. That would be the only way. That would be the only way that match would be enjoyable. But I don't think that's going to happen.
That's never going to happen. With this PG product, hell no. And I still don't think Kevin Steen will do the fucking, I forgot his fucking finisher name.
Power Driver?
Package Power Driver. You see? Because he's an NXT, makes you forget about his old shit now. So Package Power Driver, yeah, that shit ain't going to happen.
Come on, son.
Well, Tom is the one that thinks it's going to happen.
We'll see.
I still think that they're going to give Kevin Steen the Package Power Driver, not right away, but down in the future. Like, he's just going to pull it out randomly on, like, in a big match, maybe a WrestleMania match or something. So I won't expect it when he first debuts, but I still think it's going to happen.
Whatever you want to think, Tom.
When he busts out that Package Pile Driver, I'm going to tweet you, I'm going to message you, and I'm just going to blow up your Twitter feed. That's just what I'm going to do.
I just grabbed my nuts. Like, here you go, Tom. Watch Kevin Steen's new name is going to be Tom. Kevin Steen's going to be the last of the big three signings to debut, and
I think there's going to be some more NXT tapings later this month. So
yeah,
maybe
and that taping, that's why I expect Kevin Steen the debut. I expect
I'm interested to see how they're going to debut him, and of course what his name's going to be.
Yeah, and you know what? It'd be nice. I almost surprised this happens, but he wrestles Bull Dempsey and he beats Bull Dempsey because I'm hearing that there's backstage heat with Bull Dempsey right now. He's a fucking idiot. I don't know if you heard what he did.
What did he do?
He fucking tweeted some shit about how I think it was Sami Zayn that tweeted that the new face of wrestling or NXT whatever, which is a picture of him, Kevin Steen, Adrian Neville, Finn Balor, and Ken Otami. I guess he didn't like that shit, and so did Scott Dawson. He didn't like that shit, so they're tweeting and running their mouths, and they made Bull Dempsey lost to Angelo Dawkins in a house show recently, and I think the same with Scott Dawson. So, but what Dempsey is that he lost to Angelo Dawkins 3 times in an NXT live show, like in the 3 in a row in those house shows. So it'll be nice that Steen comes out and destroy Bull Dempsey, because I felt that they're gonna give him a title run. I mean, I don't know about run, but like a title shot maybe, because it seemed like they like something with that guy, and I know a lot of people don't like Bull Dempsey, and maybe because of that tweet he did, he's gonna go down the ranking, I know you were giving shit about Bull Dempsey, but yeah,
but it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they debut Kevin Steen, because they changed Kenta to Dale Itami, Prince Devitt to Finn Balor, but I'm not upset with how they changed it, because at least with the way they changed it, they still recognize that this is Kenta, but now he's a Dale Itami. He was Prince Devitt, but now he's Finn Balor. And Finn Balor is a badass name. If you look at the actual origins of the name, it's a badass name. Hideo Itami is going to get some getting used to because it doesn't roll off the tongue like Kenta, but I'm interested to see what they're going to do with Kevin Steen.
Yeah, Kevin Steen, new names he might. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, somebody once said that the way NXT works, it's kind of a reflection off your character, like in real life, like who you are. And somebody said Kevin Steen's, a big zoo enthusiast. So do you think that it's a possibility that they give him a zoo enthusiast gimmick?
Shit. I hope not. No way. Please, God, no.
Kevin Steen's coming in as a monster heel.
That was something that somebody brought up. It's like, well, a lot of characters in NXT are reflections of who they are, in real life. Like Sami Zayn's character is kind of how he acts in real life. He likes ska music, which is his entrance theme, and he's just a happy person. So, I don't know, maybe Kevin Steen's going to be a zookeeper. Hopefully not.
Nah, he's coming in as a monster heel, dude. Guaranteed.
Yeah, and the Kansas City Royals just won Game 1 in 11 innings.
Good.
Yes, and they won it
Angels. I don't hate them, but I'd rather see the Royals move on.
Yeah, me too. I work with Angel fans, so I'm like the only Dodgers fan I work at. So, yeah, Anaheim, 15 minutes away. But anyways, Kevin Steen, I kind of agree with Skits. He's going to come in a monster heel. And I don't know what Skits heard me what I said earlier today, but I don't hear his thoughts about Bull Dempsey's tweet about what he said about Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, Hideo Itami, Finn Balor, and Kevin Steen.
What happened?
Y'all, I guess he didn't listen. They're having backstage heat with them right now because he tweeted that about that picture that I think it was Sami Zayn that posted about the new faces of NXT, and then I guess Gould Dempsey and Scott Dawson didn't like that. Like, oh, they haven't done anything. What, why do they call them the faces of NXT? So,
is this like storyline, or is this just legitimate?
I think it's legitimate.
Because I have a feeling it's like storyline-wise.
No. I think it's legitimate because, first of all, Bull Dempsey, like I said earlier, he lost 3 times to Angelo Dawkins on live shows, like 3 in a row. 3 live shows in a row he lost to Angelo Dawkins. And when the fuck do you remember Angelo Dawkins win a match on NXT TV?
Never.
Yeah.
He
lost to Angelo Dawkins.
Who the fuck is Bull Dempsey to try
exactly. I was going to say, not to shit on this. I was going to say, not to shit on them, but have they, done something and besides been in NXT? I mean, Prince Devitt, this guy's wrestled around the world. His name is Finn Balor, or where you want to call him? He's known as Prince Devitt. People know him as Prince Devitt. He's done plenty of matches around the world. He's worked for New Japan. He's worked everywhere. Kevin Steen, one of the biggest indie stars, came out of Ring of Honor, done work with PWG, etc. Kenta, another big star that came out of, Noah. What's topping? I mean, why this guy, bitching? Like these guys have a resume. Like these guys actually have a resume. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not just him. I mean, also Scott Dawson as well is running his mouth too. I guess they feel like they've been here in a long time. Why these guys are freaking being mentioned on NXT and all this stuff already, and they haven't having a match yet. And these guys have been here for a while.
Like I said, look at those 5 names. Those are 5 incredibly talented wrestlers. Those 5 wrestlers alone being on the same roster is incredible.
Like I said, they have a resume. They have a resume.
Maybe
those
if
guys
Scott
don't.
Dawson and Bull Dempsey weren't as boring as watching paint dry, then they wouldn't have a reason to complain. I don't think they got WWE.com articles when they were signed. I don't think so.
If you have Hulk Hogan, flying out to Japan to fucking sign you, you're the fucking real deal. I mean, if you have guys like William Regal going out to scout you at PWG shows, you're the real deal. Sami Zayn, a.k.a. El Generico, the real deal. These guys are the real deal. They have nothing to bitch about. Maybe step their game up, and then they'll be in that.
And how did they not expect it? Those are huge names. They're huge names coming into a business. How do you not expect that they're going to be, pushed immediately, that they're not going to be, posterized, and they're not going to be shown on NXT as much as possible? That should motivate guys to step up their game more,
Exactly. Like I said, those guys are, like, those 5 guys, Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville, Kevin Steen, or that's what we know him as now, Finn Balor, and Kenta, those guys are all established guys, These guys can, they don't even have to be in the WWE, and these guys will still, be popular, in the sport.
Yeah. Look at a guy like Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze wasn't a big indie name. He wasn't, he wasn't, a big indie name that was signed to the company, and he didn't get a WWE.com article. He worked his butt off. He found a gimmick that worked, and he took advantage of it, and he's using that to his advantage, and he's doing incredible with it.
Scott Dawson, man.
Don't blame these guys for coming in and then being, the stars of NXT, because they're going to be the stars of the WWE in the future.
Guys, I want to say one more thing about that.
Work your butt off like Tyler Breeze, find a gimmick that works, embrace it, and you'll be pushed like Tyler Breeze.
I want to say one more thing about that. If Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville weren't holding down NXT right now, would Scott Dawson be holding it down? Because I don't think so.
No. I
Exactly.
mean, even if you didn't have Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville on NXT, you still have Tyler Breeze, Tyson Kidd, Enzo Amore, Big Cass, the Lucha Dragons, the Vaudevillains. You know, you have so much talent on there that even if they lost their two biggest stars, they still have guys down there that can hold it down.
Yeah, I'm just talking about with Scott Dawson, you know. Like, would Scott Dawson be holding shit down if those guys weren't a part of that roster? Like, is he going to be the one, you know, basically to be the face of NXT? I mean, who cares? I mean, you guys are all in the development. So what you guys really want to do is work your asses to get on that main roster and stop bitching.
Yeah, that's what they got to do, is just work their ass in the main roster. I mean, Scott Dawson, you know what? He's in a good position. Like, they're doing something with that tag team division. He's in a tag team called the Mechanics, which I'll be interested to see what they're going to do. You know, I'm not saying they're going to suck or I think it's stupid. I just want to see what they're going to do. It's something new. It's something that WWE's bringing up, you know, another gimmick tag team, which, you know, we haven't seen in a while. So, yeah. And Bill Dempsey, before your tweet, like I said, I think you were going to get a title shot, and then all of a sudden you fucked yourself up. So, you know, hopefully, I just don't want to say, like, I wish that this end their fucking careers, but hopefully this doesn't hurt them in the career for the long term. But I just think that now Bill Dempsey is going to be nowhere near an NXT title picture because of that tweet.
Yeah, there's another tag team coming out soon too. I just had the fucking article up of those two. Okay. It's gonna be Buddy Murphy and Wesley Blake. They're gonna be tagging up. That's gonna be the new NXT tag team. They're supposed to be making a debut October 11th at a live show. So I've seen Wesley Blake before. Let's see what those guys. I mean, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to build that tag team division up too, which is smart. And I do agree with you, Oscar, on Scott Dawson. You know, he does have a good position. What you want to do is just chill out, and because a lot of tag teams, you know, might get caught up before some of these singles guys.
Yeah, and another thing I want to ask you guys: what do you think of that guy they're pushing, Baron Corbin?
Baron Corbin, you know, when I saw this guy, I was like, oh, he's not that bad. When he made his debut at TakeOver,
yeah,
I was like, not that bad. We'll see.
I think a lot of people were surprised how impressive his debut was.
Yep.
Even though he destroyed what's his name?
CJ Parker.
Yeah, CJ Bum Parker.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what?
But yeah, it was a good debut, and you know, I think Baron Corbin's a good talent. You know, I think he could be a good heel on that roster. He could be a good monster. So, like I said, Baron Corbin, another guy that he was used on NXT before, but nothing really came of it. All we had to do was just be taken off TV for a little bit. He came back, and look at him now. He's probably been working his butt off, and he's getting a push now.
Yep. Just like Tyler Breeze.
Yep, Tyler Breeze. I mean, I can't really think of any other guys that weren't on the indies that kind of started in NXT. I don't want to say Mojo Rawley because he sucks.
Who?
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
But yeah, even a guy like Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt started out, you know, he wasn't on the indies. He started in WWE.
Yeah. And plus, you remember who his dad is. So that guy helped him out.
I mean, his dad was IRS. Same thing with Bo Dallas. But that doesn't mean that they didn't work their butts off to get where they're at today.
Yeah.
They probably had to work twice as hard because of who their dad was.
that's putting pressure on yourself. But, you know, we're lucky, we can say they're lucky that they don't have to go to the indies. You know, they don't have to go around, travel around before they get to the WWE to do what, like some of these guys did, like a Kevin Steen and them. But, yeah, I feel what you're saying there. And are we like almost out of time there, Skits?
Yeah, we are. We have 5 minutes left. We might as well do what we got to do and just throw these social medias out. Again, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest, October 7th, the big man Moose from Ring of Honor. He'll be on here on WH Radio. October 14th.
I'm sure Tom will talk football with him.
Yeah, hopefully, like I said, hopefully I'm getting my my schedule for next week tomorrow probably. So hopefully I'm not working. If I am, that'll be a shame. But I'll be sending questions for you guys to give to him.
Why you never signed with the Giants?
Yeah, Giants should have signed him. Would have been tearing down people. And you know what? If they, you know, but now they could sign him and they can sign R.D. Evans. So it'll be all good.
Oh, come on.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, October 14th, we'll have the fucking machine himself, Brian Cage. He'll be on here on WH Radio. Be sure to check out our website, WrestlingHeads.com. We got all the news from WWE to TNA, from international news. You got indie news. Follow us on Twitter at WrestlingHeads. We are on iTunes. Just type in WrestlingHeads and subscribe to us on there. Also, we are on YouTube, youtube.com/WrestlingHeads. Go listen to our last show on Tuesday. It was a pretty good damn show, I thought. What else we got? We got Facebook.com/WrestlingHeads. Am I missing anything else that we have?
Not really. Pro Wrestling Tees, Wrestling Heads. Yeah, that. And, yeah, you can follow me at Sinister632 on Instagram, Vine. Yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do my classic match of the week on the website. So I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to start doing it. I still want to do Saturdays, but I'm still working on it. I'll give you guys an update on that. And, yeah, and I can't wait to talk to Moose. He was a former St. Louis Rams, so I can't wait to talk to him on the 7th. And, yes, I did tweet Ruby Raze 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
We want to thank Ruby Raze once again for being on the show. It was cool talking to her. And follow me at WH Skits. I'm always on there talking professional wrestling, so follow me on there. We are on also. You know what? We are on Instagram. So type in Wrestling Heads. So you can check out all of our cool photos with different professional wrestlers. But Tom, go ahead, throw your shit out.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at @2tweetme. I'll make sure to follow you back. Like these guys said, check out WrestlingHeads.com. Check out all the writers out there, of course, our good bro, ROH Code, a.k.a. Chris.
Shout out to Chris.
He's putting some good stuff out there. All the writers are doing some good stuff. Check them out at WrestlingHeads.com. Check out their blogs. Check out our YouTube channel, like you said. Keep supporting indie wrestling. And I mentioned this Monday with Mr. Matt from Weekly Wrestling Podcast. Make sure to follow Weekly Wrestling Podcast, too. Good group of guys. Follow Beyond Wrestling. Make sure to help them out after they got screwed after a show. Buy some shows from them. You know, help out indie wrestling. And that's about it.
Definitely. And we're out. Peace.